Hello and welcome to this training video in which we'll discuss the actors who were involved in an early feasibility study. Much like the way it takes a village to raise a child, the initiation of a medical device clinical investigation relies on the coordinated contribution from multiple organizations. Study sponsors will need to interact with regulatory bodies, ethics committees, clinical sites, and where relevant, university research and governance teams in order to progress a study from its first concept to the first patient enrolled. Presented on the screen here, you will see the responsibility of some of the key actors involved in a clinical investigation. The sponsor maintains primary legal responsibility for the study. In practice, they are also responsible for selecting qualified investigators and sites, developing the investigational device, and ensuring that the study is conducted in accordance with its protocol or clinical investigation plan and in accordance with the international standard ISO 14155. Some sponsors may utilize the services of a clinical research organization. A CRO may be delegated specific sponsor duties, such as monitoring or data management, although the sponsor maintains ultimate responsibility for the quality and integrity of the clinical investigation data. Regulatory authorities, in Europe we refer to as national competent authorities, they're responsible for the legal oversight and authorization of the clinical investigation within their member state or in their jurisdiction. And their job is to ensure compliance with national or regional requirements as well as EU. Ethics committees are responsible for safeguarding the rights, safety and well-being of subjects by providing an independent review and approval of the clinical investigation and its amendments. The investigation site is the institution or facility where the investigation will be conducted, and it is responsible for providing the necessary resources and infrastructure to support the study in accordance with its clinical investigation plan. And the principal investigator is responsible for the day-to-day conduct of the clinical investigation at the site. They ensure the protection of subjects and the integrity of the data that is collected. Presented on the screen here, you will see a simplified diagram showing the different key activities across some of the key actors. Beginning in the bottom left, the sponsor typically begins by planning where they're going to conduct their study, investigating certain countries or sites or investigators and evaluating their fit and readiness for the proposed study. In certain member states in Europe, you can engage in pre-submission meetings prior to submitting your application. In some member states, that's not possible, and it's important to check in each country. You'll see in the top two rows that you then need your approval from the National Competent Authority and the Ethics Committee. These can sometimes be done in parallel, or in some countries this is sequential, and again you will have to check with local requirements. Once you achieve your approvals from your authority and from the Ethics Committee, you can then look to finalize your contract and agreement with the site and then prepare to initiate the site and begin enrollment. Site initiation visits have further detail provided in the ISO standard 14155. 14155 is a near ubiquitous standard used for the good clinical practice of clinical investigations. On the screen here, you will see some of the key chapters that will help you to understand the roles of different actors. Chapter 5 concerns ethical considerations. Chapter 7 concerns clinical investigation conduct. Chapter 9 details the responsibilities of the sponsor, and Chapter 10 details the responsibilities of the principal investigator. For further detail, you can follow the link here. Thank you very much, and I hope you found this talk useful.